for Liberty or Lockdown.
All right, welcome back to Liberty or Lockdown. This is Huck.
And this is Dave hanging out over here in the shadows.
Dave, I'm trying to get you on my live stream, but we have a couple of guests today. We're going to have a good time today. The news is always fluid. This is an election season.
Here, I'll wave if anybody wants to see.
Can you see Dave?
Nah, there I am. There I am. Okay.
All right, so we're looking forward to introducing some of the candidates that'll be running in the local races.
So what's going on the 23rd, which is 9 days from now?
Right, the presidential primaries, right?
Anything else?
Yes, we have the Republican Executive Committee race, and we have the State Central Committee race, and then we have a few judges across the state.
So you need to go to the Louisiana Secretary of State website, and you can pull up a sample ballot for your particular precinct. It's going to ask for your name and I think your birth date, but the Secretary of State can tell you.
That's exactly right. And each district, I think there's 6 districts in the state of Louisiana. We have, I think, 2 districts we're covering, maybe 3 districts today, or maybe 2. I'm not sure. We'll discuss it when we get through, as we go. But we do have Mary Anderson, who will be calling in. That line number is 504-556-9696. And Ron's the producer, so he'll take that call. And we have Connie Zimmerman, who is also running for State Central Committee. And Miss Mary Anderson is running for RPEC District 5. We have Pat Rooney, who's an attorney. He's running for District 5 as well. And I'm Martha Huckabay, and I'm running RPEC at large. I will cover all of Jefferson Parish's districts. So we are looking for your votes. You please need to turn out the vote on March 23rd. We're also going to be talking about a special election that most Republicans are unaware of, and it's on March 19th. We're going to have it on our website, but you can also go to lagop.org, and that special election will be the RNC Delegate, Congressional Delegate election.
So that's 4 days before the main election?
That's correct. You see how President David's face is?
Wow.
David's unaware.
When and where do you vote for that?
Yeah, most people don't know about it. That's the sad thing. So we're not doing a good job as Republicans to inform our Republican Party that there is a special election on March 19th. And I am actually running as a congressional delegate in that race. It'll be my third time. I am a former Trump delegate. In 2016 I ran, and in 2020 I ran. And it's amazing to me still here in 2024, Republicans are unaware of this race. And so I'm here today. And I think one of my co-hosts, John Swisher, he's running for St. John Parish as a congressional delegate as well. Don't miss that election. Go on to lagop.org. I think, Dave, can you pull that up for me real quick? We're going to find out. I think we'll confirm that. And it tells you the address that you will go to, because it's not at a regular polling place. For Jefferson Parish, for Metairie, it's on Causeway, 3801 Causeway, Suite 302. I'm going to put that on this live stream. And I will put it on our website later.
It's not LAGOP, that's Los Angeles. So we need something else.
Okay, so Dave, you talk and I will research that.
Okay, well,
Talk in the mic, Dave.
one thing you should do, if you're confused as I am about what are all these elections going on, go to Louisiana Department, Secretary of State. It's sos.la.gov. And there's something called the voter portal. Pull that up, and it's going to ask, okay, what's your name and what's your zip code and when you were born. It's not collecting information. It's just, it has all of the registered voters in Louisiana in it. So you could find out for your particular area what's going to be on the ballot for you.
That's correct. All right,
Okay.
Dave.
Okay. Well, while Martha's pulling that up, I want to throw out something I was very interested in. On the January 6th thing a couple of years ago, there were several hundred people arrested and they're still in jail. One of the guys, Larry Brock, he appealed it. He's been in jail for over 2 years, and it went to the U.S. Court of Appeals for D.C., and it has thrown out what's called a sentence enhancement. They said, okay, you did this, but we're going to enhance your sentence and we're going to add to it this much, this much, this much at the trial level. And the DC Court of Appeals said, nope, you can't do that. To quote them, regarding Brock's sentence, we conclude that the, quote, administration of justice, unquote, enhancement is inapplicable to acts of interference with the legislative act of certifying electoral votes. So that means that he may get out free soon, and this is also going to affect several hundred people. What it implies, he should have been charged with a misdemeanor rather than a felony. I don't think you go to jail for misdemeanor. So that's an interesting thing. Maybe we will find out that there has been a tremendous miscarriage of justice.
Go figure.
What a surprise.
As always. That's the case all the time. I mean, but what I'm enjoying is that people are actually standing up, like Mary Anderson and Connie Zimmerman and myself, and many people are now just regular citizens and doing their due diligence. They're coming out and they're running for local things like the RPEC, the Republican Executive Committee, and the State Central. And what they do is they endorse. And what I noticed is there are some big names, like on my at-large, there's 16, I believe 16 people that qualify. And you'd be surprised, there are politicians' names that should not be on there. And I'm going to go ahead and say it. Hans Liljeburg, you were a judge, and you just won city council in Jefferson Parish. You have no business being on the RPEC, none whatsoever. That should be for the people in the communities. That should be, it's actually beneath you, in my opinion. It's beneath you, and you're politicians. So why would you want to take that seat? Why would you take that seat from me? Why would you take that seat from Tina Payton? I mean, we would like that seat, and I don't believe anyone should be voting for Hans Liljeburg for RPEC at large. He's going to be busy with city council. That's just my 2 cents. Always giving my 2 cents, Dave. All right. So the website is lagop.com. www.lagop.com. Okay. Go to that, and if you are interested in becoming a congressional delegate for your district, you can qualify today. You can qualify. It's $100. This is information that's not given out to the public because they don't want us to, I guess, interfere with the inner circle of people that they already put in there. But I've been doing it for several years. Like I said, this will be my 3rd time, and I am a hardcore President Trump supporter. All right, we're going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to bring in our candidates. This is Liberty or Lockdown. We'll be right back.
Hello, Patriots. My name is Connie, and I am a fellow Louisianian.
I started an online store in 2019 exclusively selling products which are made in the USA. My site is AmericanCentralStore.com. That's AmericanCentralStore.com. The reason for this ad is that I need products. I'm trying to find dropshipping Louisiana-made products that can ship directly to the customer. If you are a Louisiana merchant who makes quality products, you can dropship your products directly to the customer. I would love to hear them. The only products I cannot carry right now are clothing items. I will carry those in the future. Please visit my site at AmericanCentralStore.com. Click the contact us link for the phone number and email address. Thank you, Patriots. Be American, buy American. This is
I just take Delaney from America tonight. The show is on at midnight, and I'm London overrun from Fort New Orleans. What a group of fantastic leaders here on WGN 990 AM. Join me every morning to catch up on what I call the buzz here back there in mind. Here's some of the most interesting people on the planet from the world of business, politics, sports, and well, just the drinking people. If you're around, give us a call. Don't worry, I'll spit out the number plenty of times on the air.
I just put Blvd on the screen. I just put Blvd. They're on the commercial. And it's my turn. You want to hear? You want to hear? Would you like to sit here and support me over there? After the commercial, they're coming to me.
For a tax deduction while supporting the cause that is near to your heart. Send a heart to WGSO. Initial confirmation received and then the cars team will work to keep your cash to support our cause. Once your vehicle is sold, the cars team will provide you proper tax forms in time. Their friends and field representatives are available 7 days to assist throughout the process. Again, for more information, WGSO.com.
The great Southern Mennonite Show is coming for 2 days only, March 16th and 17th at the Hunt Trade Center on Williams Boulevard. Show hours, Saturday 9 to 5, Sunday 6 to 5. Hundreds of your tickets available, full of guns, ties, ammunition, posters, gun camouflage, jewelry, and more. That's the great Southern Mennonite Show, March 16th and 17th at the Hunt Trade Center. Show hours, 9 to 5 on Saturday, 6 to 5 on Sunday. Don't miss it.
We are not going to take it anymore. We are standing up and we are pushing back. We're doing what we can do to fight the rhinos. We are rhino fighters. Republicans in name only. We do not want you in our club. You are kicked out. You cannot have an R behind your name and vote D. I'm sorry, it's just not working for us anymore. We just don't want you a part of our Republican club. Republican. We are Republicans and we represent the Republican platform. If you are representing the Democratic platform, then become a Democrat. Don't vote as if you're a Republican when you're really a Democrat. Bo Cassidy. Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'd like to introduce my first guest, Connie Zimmerman. It is a pleasure and an honor to call you friend. You are a true patriot, and we love you here at Liberty Elected. We love endorsing your product. You can tell us a little bit about your company, and then we'll talk about your campaign. What are you running for, and why?
Great. Thank you so much. Can you hear me?
Perfectly well. Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, great. Well, my company is AmericanCentralStore.com, and it is a company set up. I want to be the Amazon.com of American-made products. So that's what my focus is products made in America. And when Donald Trump was president, he had such a huge focus on that. It was really a great time to start. It was really a great time in December of 2019. And I need products. If we know anybody that makes products right here and they can send them to the customers, please call me.
Give that number.
So it's 504-275-9676.
And your website?
Is AmericanCentralStore.com.
All right. Thank you so much, Connie. We appreciate you here at Liberty or Lockdown. We do have that on the website, libertyorlockdown.live. All right. So Connie is a member of the Women's Republican Club of New Orleans. She's also a lifelong member of the Tea Party. Is that correct?
Yes, I am. That's right.
Thank you.
2009. Yes.
Since 2009. And so she is a faithful conservative Republican fighting the fight from grassroots. And so tell us about the race that you're in and why did you join? Why are you running?
I'm running for Republican State Central Committee, District 10B, which is basically Kenner, most of Kenner, and a little tiny bit of Metairie. And I'm running because I learned, I first of all had no idea that there was something called the Republican State Central Committee. Then I found out that it existed and that it is primary purpose is to find and endorse Republican candidates. Well, once I found that out, I said, well, why aren't we getting good Republican candidates? We have some good Republican candidates, but we have a lot that have come through since 2009, which, as you said before, they have an R behind their name, but they vote Democrat. Now, we know where the Democrats come from. They come from the far left with a Marxist communist agenda. So it's very disheartening and devastating to see a Republican voting for anything that supports that agenda. So I said, well, I'd like to be on this committee because if somebody's going to come to me for an endorsement, and I have some questions for them, and I want to make sure that they understand the founders' vision for our country and how to protect our republic, and that they'll honor the Constitution.
That's exactly right. And that's perfect. That's exactly what we need. And that's why we don't need politicians running in those seats. We need people who will fight for our constitutional republic and what our founding fathers, established for us. And thank you so much for that. I appreciate that.
Connie, I have a quick question for you. The media present the Republicans as we hate immigrants. Is that the case with you?
Definitely not with me, since my husband is a naturalized American citizen.
Oh, okay.
So for sure, not with me. And I feel like America is such a special place that anyone can come here if they come here legally and properly, and then they assimilate and they are an American. Like my husband is no longer an Indian citizen; he's an American citizen, and he's so proud of that. And so I've had a very interesting perspective at being married to a naturalized citizen because my appreciation for our country has grown exponentially, looking at it through his eyes.
That's exactly right. And that's you know what? That's a good point because people need to see that or they need to know that. We don't feel the same way. We have reasons why we don't want people coming in by the hundreds of thousands. Illegally. That's right. Illegally.
Yeah, Martha and I also have a similar thing. Both our mothers were naturalized citizens from Central America.
Yeah, I didn't even know his mother was from Central America, and my mother's from Central America.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're meant to be.
We were. All right. So, give us the date of this election is March 23rd.
Correct. That's correct. That is, and of course, as you mentioned, it's also going to be on the same ballot as the presidential primary. And I get a big kick out of the fact that we're going to be on the ballot with Donald J. Trump. I love that.
Yes, it is exciting. I experienced it twice already, so I'm so excited about doing this again, and it's thrilling. It's more thrilling right now in 2024 because we are now understanding the magnitude of what has been happening to us the last 25 years. I mean, it's been a while that they've been planning to steal our America from us, right underneath our nose.
That's right. This election integrity is such an important issue, and that's another reason why it's so important for us to get solid Republicans, people who understand election integrity and who are brave enough to say the words, 2020 was stolen.
That's right.
Clearly it was stolen. And now there's been several films made on this subject, and once you see the films, anybody who denies it after watching those films, I hate to say it, is a little crazy.
No, they're election deniers.
Yeah, election fraud deniers.
That's right. They're election fraud deniers because they're denying the truth. And I'm not sure why they're denying the truth, but, they need to be, we need to call it what it is.
Well, they don't want to give up power. That's why they're denying.
It's always about power and money.
Money, you're right.
So if we fight on the local level, we have a better chance at this. because these are our neighbors. These candidates are our neighbors. I know I drill at home about Scott Walker being a rhino, but Scott Walker's a rhino, and I don't care. You don't like me because I call Scott Walker a rhino? Well, I'm sorry. My fight for my children's constitutional rights far surpass how you feel about me. We have, children and grandchildren that have to live in this world, in this city, in this state. It doesn't bother me. 100% he's a rhino. He cut the ribbon for Aldi. Look at what he's doing. They put out Winn-Dixie. And my daughter-in-law, who's 5 children, says, now Aldi's going to, purchase Winn-Dixie. Winn-Dixie's prices are going to go up. And it's going to be an Aldi thing. You have to pay for the basket to even shop. These are globalists. They're from Germany. This is not American made. So we have to be careful. We have to know who our rhinos are. And, not just rhinos, but establishment people. It might be Republicans and their establishment, and they're it's just concerning. It's just as concerning with them.
Let me point out a little nuts and bolts thing. On the election, there are going to be 15 candidates up for the 10 seats. You don't have to vote for 10. You can vote for one. You just leave the rest blank if you don't know other people.
Yeah, we'll touch base on that when we get back. Connie, keep that thought. We'll be right back. We'll introduce Mary Anderson. All right, this is Liberty or Lockdown. We'll be right back.
When I looked at my power, it was 34%. So I went into that room, got the extension cord, it is plugged in. My phone power a second ago was 31%, it's dropped to 30. They can only hear me off of this phone. Do you have any reason, is this a dead outlet?
No, I don't. I don't have any suggestions. You got it plugged in, I don't know what to do.
My name is Connie, and I am a fellow Louisianian. I started an online store in 2019.
I'm dying laughing, Ray. I'm dying laughing because Connie, I'm talking to Ray. Connie just did her thing, and she owns a store that advertises on this program. So before she talked, she had an ad. Now she's through talking, and there's another ad. She's getting a lot of airtime. Raymond, it's now 29%. You need to help me get power. Go get another extension cord. Please plug it in by the boiling water kettle, and let's change where I get, or maybe from right here.
What kind of plug do you have?
Oh, it pulled out a wall. Give me an extension. Plug it in. Raymond, I'm asking you. I said, go get an extension cord. After the ad is me, right? I said extension cord. Honey, you've got to run. Run.
Tune in to Your Personal Bank Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. or contact Karen at yourpersonalbank.com. The Your Personal Bank Show, Saturdays at 11 a.m. on WGSO 990 AM New Orleans. Out for fear of animal culture in your job. Christian Garrett Show on WGSO is your platform. Tuesdays and weekdays right here on 990 AM. Hello, this is David Jeremiah. Join me each weekday morning at 5:30 or 6:30 for Turning Point here on Radio 990 AM.
Louisiana Radio Network, I'm Kelly Crane. Senate Education has advanced a bill promoting awareness of the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline 988. Senator Regina Barrett's bill requires schools to post the 24/7 counseling number on their website and school ID. Barrett concerning suicide statistics 2021.
Louisiana is 14th in the nation for the cause of suicide. We're the third in the nation as it relates between the ages of 10 to 34. It's just really, I don't know, it just does something to me.
If you're planning on traveling over the Easter weekend, plan to budget around $3.15 for a gallon of regular gas. AAA fuel analyst Don Redmond says gas prices will keep rising into the summer as demand will also be up.
I think that by the time we get into summer, we'll be looking at a statewide average anywhere between $3.50 a gallon, $3.75 a gallon.
You're listening to Louisiana Radio Network.
Tiger Man, are you looking for the latest news on all things LSU? Then Tiger Rag Magazine is your go-to store. Whether you pick up the magazine or browse over to the website, Tiger Rag Magazine provides you with the most up-to-date information on all the sports, university, and recruiting news that matters to you. Find it at your local newsstand or online at tigerrag.com. Let's face it, we all know that the recruiting scene at LSU can get a little wild. Don't rest. Now more than ever, Tiger Rag Magazine is staying ahead of the game when it comes to nation issues like this regulation. Thanks to our Tiger Rag Magazine expert Sam, we can help you understand what it means to LSU and how you can stay informed of this rapidly changing landscape. Plus, our website makes it easy for fans to get their hands on all the information they need about LSU athletics. It's your subscription. So if you're looking for in-depth coverage of everything LSU, go further than Tiger Rag Magazine around newsstands or online, tigerrag.com. I'd like to introduce WGSO General Manager, Mary Ann Gunson.
WGSO locally owned and operated.
We believe in
Right here in New Orleans. We believe cultivating local talent and exercise local programs. We have interest in hero programs and we have
Thanks, Marianne.
Thanks, Mary Ann. Take advantage of this great offer. Email me at jeff@wgso.com or call me at 504-669-6076. Renew your radio dreams at WGSO.
Hey, Nene, we're moving to Wednesdays at 5. You can check out She Said, on a new day, someday. A new day that will still be discussing and debating the hot topics and take your phone calls. You can listen to us on 9:90 a.m. WGSO, WGSO.com, and find out. Right.
No, of course that's me.
That's me. I've been doing this 23 years. Maybe practicing. People have plenty to talk about on She Said, Wednesday,
right here
on WGSO.
This is Jack Clay. Thanks. Jack Clay. This is a 9-7 p.m. Our audience and management asked us to send a show Thursday night, 7 p.m. The 2024 election is over. We continue to oppose
I'm back up to 30%. You know what had happened? I saw the problem. When I got up, that box had tipped out, so it wasn't in. I mean, it wasn't on the floor, so I didn't know. It was just tipped out. Wasn't long enough.
WGSO 990 AM or WGSO.com. Bring the telephone, baby. We're going to have a plan.
I know I say this all the time. Good times never seem so good. It's like music to my ears because that's the song that Trump played in 2016 at the primaries when Ted Cruz was trying to steal it from the floor. I will never, ever forget that. That is just an incredible moment. They were really fighting. It was a fight to get Trump in that primary. This is insider information that I'm giving you, but they were trying to steal the election. And it was the Ted Cruzers, the campaign. They were literally passing a piece of paper around
Let me
to
throw
the delegate, the Trump delegates.
Let me throw in one convenient bit of information. In Louisiana, every candidate has a number. If you can't remember, what was that person's name? Remember, Connie Zimmerman is number 88.
Well, that could have waited. You didn't need to rudely interrupt me, Dave.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, didn't I say? I said, I'm sorry. That means I politely interrupted you.
Okay, all right. You're forgiven. All right, but anyway, that is a good story about how they tried to steal it, and they didn't, and we won, and we're going to win again and again and again, and we're going to win big league, just like Trump said. We're never going to stop winning. You're all going to go away because we're never going away. There's going to be more of us and less of you. You're not going to win. We're going to win back our nation. We're going to win it back to God. And the enemy, the devil, he's got to flee 100 ways. He's got to go. All right, let's get back to Connie real quick, and then we're going to bring in our guest, Mary Anderson. And Dave is correct. There is a number on the ballot Connie Zimmerman, do you know your number off the top of your head?
She's 88.
Number 88.
Thank you, Dave.
You're welcome.
Last words, Connie?
Yes, I would say this about Republicans. I don't think that these people are inherently bad who are being rhinos. I think that they just don't know. I think that, unfortunately, like I went to Orleans Parish Public Schools, I was taught nothing about how our government is supposed to work. And so I think that unless you study, you don't know.
And so I think that's part of what happens.
It's not so much evil as it is ignorance. And I would, as State Central Committee member, one of my fantasies is to develop a little training course that no Republican would take office without a thorough understanding of the Bill of Rights, what the First Amendment means, what the Second Amendment means, etc. So that's me. No rhinos and good education about the founding of our country and what the principles are. So thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. And we're praying for you. And, we hope that you win. And if you don't, we hope that you hold the person accountable who wins. You stay on top of those people that win. We'll be used one way or another, right? One way or another. That's exactly right. Okay, so that's Connie Zimmerman, number 88. What district, Connie?
10B as in boy.
10B. Vote for Connie Zimmerman. Let's bring in our next guest, Mary Anderson. Mary Anderson is in District 5 with me, and she's running for Republican the Executive Committee. Mary, are you there?
I'm right here. I hope you can hear me well.
Very well.
Good.
Thank you so much for joining us here on Liberty or Lockdown at WPSO 990 AM. We're here every Thursday at 5 p.m. And we've been doing this for almost 4 years, Dave and I. We bring in, politics with a twist of faith with God, with Christianity, because you don't hear that much. It's a lot of corruption going on, and we try and seek the truth and lead people to the truth is what we do. And when we see good candidates, we want to support them. So thank you so much. Tell our listeners who you are and what you're doing.
Well, I certainly will. First, I'd like to thank you for inviting me to be on the Dave and Huck show. It is a privilege, and I'm honored to participate. And thank Connie for all of her excellent words and her novel ideas of ways she wishes to positively help our community in conservative efforts. So thank you, Connie, also. I am a retired pediatrician of our great area. Katrina ended that situation for me in New Orleans. And by that, I simply mean that my husband and I became expats for about 6 years to Sugar Land, because Katrina washed away my office, washed away our home, and we decided to begin again elsewhere. However, my husband is a native New Orleanian, and after about 7 years, he brought us back home. So now, I am encouraged to know that you're enthusiastic about our return, and I do appreciate that enthusiasm. When we got back, and after I made the new nest again, I put my feet into the waters of helping different groups within our community. I became active in membership in things like the East Jefferson Hospital Auxiliary. I became a member of the Republican Women's Club of Jefferson Parish and other activities to fill my retirement from my practice of 28 years as a pediatrician based out of Methodist Hospital. I was the lead physician of the pediatric center, and when we got back from Texas, I entered retirement. In this retirement that I'm describing, and most in particular by education and rubbing shoulders with the very active women in our Republican Women's Group, my interest in activism in politics strengthened. The lockdown came about, and that was what really lighted my fire of activism, because the lockdown was so upside down. I became instantly anti-vax, anti-mandate, anti-mask. I became a frontline doctor in the very first of its organization nationally. I had the privilege of meeting Dr. Simone Gold only 6 weeks before she was arrested. But I have been very active in endeavors to change and put my voice and shoulder to the millstone, letting everyone know why the vaccine was improper. I went to our legislature with other active Republican women to sit in committee against the mandate. I became locally more active in issues like critical race theory, worked within our group, helping folks become aware of exactly what it was, spoke at different meetings to try to get folks to know it did not belong at all in our school system. And thanks to Kay Brumley, our state superintendent, we're so happy and proud that he totally remodeled the social studies curriculum for K through 12, taking critical race theory out. So point being, there are many, many issues that I feel very, very committed and strong about and have worked hard in these past couple of years. So all of a sudden, here comes this cycle of elections. I had the opportunity to learn about the executive committee and put my foot into the fray of an elected office for the first time. It's a comfortable one for me. I will say that. I want your listeners to know that grassroots is exactly what excites me. Being able to be on a committee and offer my ear to citizens that are my neighbors to bring their issues forward, have a voice within that committee, move forward to the legislature, help, of course, with get out the vote, help absolutely in stimulating people's interest in running for elected office so that we do get rid of all of the rhinos. I just feel very, very motivated, eager to work in this endeavor. So that's why I joined the race.
Yes, you belong in the race.
You're a deep conservative just from hearing, the topics that you touch. They are dear to my heart as well, and I know they're dear to Connie's heart.
I will never forget what our legislators did to Ray Garofalo when he brought that critical race theory. That was so disturbing to happen. And when we get together, I'm going to tell you, a story about that most people don't even know. But there's more to that, and we just have to keep going forward. And Dr. Kay Brumley, Superintendent Kay Brumley, has been excellent. His legislative
hasn't been. And I so appreciate Connie's idea about making sure that the
people who do come up
and wish to put their foot forward
for elected office,
that they have
the knowledge
that Connie was discussing. She's not going to have somebody come up who doesn't have basic knowledge about our Constitution. I'm on her page 100%. I truly fault the education system and not the civics, everything that is omitted. I am multi-generational.
Going on a quick break. Be right back.
All right.
Some of them old balls down in the Louisiana legislature are willing to let teachers.
They're dying laughing at me. Good.
And that Louisiana is a racist state, and that America is a racist country. Them old balls.
Do you hear the chicken clucking? They push that button when they want to laugh at one of us. You heard that?
Some people
So Martha and Dave, her co-host, you can see him in one screen. The other screen is Connie Zimmerman. She's running for state executive committee, okay? And okay, so that's all that's on the screen. But the city's on the radio.
And that the black baby is the weak, incompetent victim of the white baby.
I did okay?
Unbelievable. Most people say that the innocent white baby died.
I appreciate your support because I found myself churning. If I get in a zone where I know I'm revealing my passion, it wires me up and I just get tighter.
Yeah.
See? Okay. Why don't you come over here and wave to Connie?
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to work.
Oh no, can you come?
I gotta get back.
They're on a commercial. Would you wave to?
Waiting to hear you.
I'm going to be on again after the commercial. Do you want to hear the rest of me or are you leaving? Ah.
Our work is made possible through the generous support of Full Board Private Wealth, which provides holistic financial planning tailored for your family. Find out more at fpwa.com.
Hello, y'all. Let's talk daily from 4 to 5 about our town. The 6 o'clock show is powered by Vinyltech, the Gulf Coast premier exterior home improvement expert.
Hey, it's Kevin Carr with your personal sneak preview invitation to join me on Sunday evening from 8 to 9 for Fat Guys at the Movies. Each week I give you my take on the newest movies and movie news, but in a fun way. Not like those stuffy movie review snobs who take themselves way too seriously. I tell you if the new movies rock or not.
Yes, it's fun for all ages with Fat
Yes, it's fun for all ages with Fat Guys at the Movies. I'll see you Sunday evening at 8 on WGSO 990 AM. Join me, BJ Russ, every Saturday night for the Something to Say radio show on WGSO 990 AM and streaming live on WGSO.com. Ron Richardson is here to tell you that you should listen to my show, Conversations with Ron Richardson, every Saturday afternoon from 1 p.m. until 2 p.m. right here on WGSO 990 AM and WGSO.com.
So I know some of these songs. I'm not sure if these artists are very liberal, but I know Connie had a complaint about one of them. It's a Springsteen song, not Connie?
Yes.
Which one was that?
That one.
I'm not. Go ahead.
I love the song. My whole life I thought that song was pro-America, but it turns out it's anti-America.
You could do Neil Diamond. Come to America. Good.
Yeah.
All right,
All right, we will add the Neil Diamond and take off the Springsteen.
Don't forget about Alan Lewis. Am I the only one? That'll get you.
All right.
All right, we're
going
going to add that one to the list as well. It's coming.
Please be patient with me. Okay?
Okay?
10,000 things here. So, anyway, Mary, please continue where you left off.
Would you your commercial was so entertaining. I listened to every word, so hence I have forgotten where we were.
No worries. Some of those commercials are actually opposing our views, so we have to be careful that you understand that
They are some commercials
that you hear oppose our views.
They don't sponsor me. They sponsor
the WGSO.
All right.
They pay to get on there, but
Well, I could pick it up with another area. One of the earlier things that I did become involved in was learning the skills of being a poll watcher.
Yes.
And my wish in having done that is to encourage other people to become active in the same way of volunteerism during the important time of elections. Not only voting integrity, but figuring out ways to stimulate my neighbors to do something other than just go vote, become active in the whole entire process. In a way, many people are completely unfamiliar with that process or what you can do. So there's so much room for helping the community know what more they can do.
So that's one of the reasons that Connie's novel idea appealed to me so much with the candidates and her thought about education there, education in general. And what else can we do?
Schools to help them. Can you all still hear me?
Yes, we hear you perfectly well. Thank you.
Everything on the video disappeared, so
No, I can hear you. You might be frozen, but we still hear you. Keep on going.
okay, I'll thaw myself out and continue. All right.
So I think there's a lot of opportunity to stimulate people's interests in being more active. That's for sure.
Yeah,
there is absolutely. And you know, that's what we do here on the local level is we try to inform our listeners to the best of our ability what's going on, like these delegate race that nobody knows about on March 19th and how to qualify.
Oh, I know. Yes, that's important too. And even the whole issue of getting us back to paper ballots and letting people know why paper ballot is a better option. Cost-wise, but primarily voting integrity, that your vote is there and counted, and how it gives instant greater timeliness from the time the polls close. Bam, at 10 o'clock we know who won. The count is done and in by a few people counting at each table in each precinct. It's fabulous. I've gone to several meetings where it's been explained, and I am so pro paper ballot. So there's a lot of room to grow to help this ship right the course it should be on.
This is true.
This is very true. You know, before I forget, let me give that address for that March 19th election.
If you're I think in Jefferson, you actually go to the LAGOP website.
LAGOP.com.
Website, and it gives you the addresses. So for Metairie, the address is 3801 North Causeway Boulevard, Suite 302. But there are, you know, for each like Luling, there's an address. Monroe, there's an address. Luling, the conference address is going to be at the Quality Cleaning Equipment and Supply at 1271 5 Highway 90, Suite 160 Luling. So go on LAGOP.com and give the addresses, because these polling places are not your regular polling. You know, where you go for the March 23rd election. They're just not. So that's the confusion there. Go out and vote for me for delegate for Trump on the 19th. And also please go out and vote for Connie Zimmerman, Mary Andrews, Pat Rooney.
Mary's going to be on there.
Can I amend the end of that surname? It's not Andrews. It's Mary L. Anderson.
I'm sorry. Thank
you so much for correcting me. Mary Anderson.
Right.
And give us your voting number on the ballot.
All right. On the ballot, when you scroll down your ballot, you're there in the booth. The Jefferson Parish Executive Committee Republican is going to be the last thing in that bracket. I am number one alphabetically as the candidates who are running for that position are there. There are 7. I am number 1. Jefferson Parish Executive Committee number 1.
Yes, your district.
Yes, but your district voter number is 160.
Well, I apologize. I thought you wanted the member of our community to know where they would see me on the ballot. So I explained where they would see me.
If somebody forgot how you spell your last name, they can just look for that number.
All right, 160 then.
Then that's Mary Anderson. Mary L. Anderson. Number 10 on the ballot.
Thank you, Martha.
You're very welcome. And then
Pat Rooney, I don't know his number, but
we definitely want Pat Rooney to get in there
so he can sit with
Ms. Anderson. And they can both work together, being your voice. That's what we need.
I will tell you that he happens to be a neighbor of mine. I've known him for a while. I helped when he in a prior election cycle was running for judge. He's a man of great integrity, and he's a nice workhorse also.
That's
So
correct.
I do support him for sure.
That's correct. So we only have 2 minutes. I'm gonna real quick go down
my ballot. President Trump, Donald Trump,
and then Connor, Alex Berthelot,
number
84, RSCC, Connie Zimmerman, Martha Huckabee, number 113, Alan Leone, number 114, Tina Payton, she's number 118, Mary Anderson, number 160, Alan Leone Jr., number 164, Pat Rooney, number 166, and Jerry Smith for Judge, number 168. Those are my choices.
So we'll put that on the LibertyLockdown.live website. Martha's endorsement.
That's exactly right.
All right.
Thank you, ladies, so much, and we'll see you. Please, Linda, please, Mary, come and join us tomorrow at the Women's Republican Luncheon at Vincent's Italian Restaurant in Metairie. I think it's 4411 Chestnut Street.
I've seen the invite in my email. I've got the address.
Yes, ma'am. And
we will be there from 11 to 1. Please join us. It's $45.
You do not want to miss tomorrow. We will be the guest speaker will be the candidates, and also Henry Kenny talking about the sale of Blue Cross Blue Shield to Alabama.
Tut Kenny is going to be there tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am. Tut Kenny
I've
will
heard
be
him
there.
one time.
It's going to be
Electric.
You don't want to miss it. All right. We love you all. The Lord bless you. Good luck with your races. We'll
Thank
see
you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
From the lakes of Minnesota
To the hills of Tennessee,
across
from Texas, from sea to shining sea,
Detroit down to
to
Houston and New
York
York
to LA.
Hello, Patriots. My name is Connie, and I am a fellow Louisianian. I started an online store in 2019 exclusively selling products which are made in the USA. My site is AmericanCentralStore.com. That's AmericanCentralStore.com. The reason for this ad is that I need products. I am trying to find drop shipping merchants with Louisiana-based products that can ship directly to the customer. If you are a Louisiana merchant who makes quality products, and if you can drop ship your products directly to the